Hello, my name is Carlos. I'm an alcoholic, a drug addict, and I recover only for the good grace and will of God. See, as just expressing myself honestly here, I can actually present myself as actually that happens as not happening really in reality, but because it actually is true. It's true. If it's not, it's not. No, 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 no. Why to actually think if it's the face, if it's the mother, if it's the face, if it's the mother. See, not really trying to actually rap here or there, just another hero punchline, but because I am actually not doing this, have not said this, won't be able to walk this, won't be able to talk this, and most of all, and a really foundation is that I can't actually perceive not my brain or my mind, but what actually is going on through of or any sort of sense. But because my mind is actually thinking, no, not doing, my brain is not processing, and my body is not in it, doing it or active, actually it's useful for something. I won't be able to actually mind myself here or there with what's actually here or has been a sort of lie, but actually what actually will help you out as a tool to go on and grow up in and mature in your life. The prevalent sense of senses of the mind are actually occurring in recovery and in meeting rooms is really easy for persons to actually know when to go on, when not to go on, and what's happening, but not the mind itself that protrudes the intruder to actually be paranoid or hallucinogenics, a way to being the smartest or more most wise. It's just how the drug affects the brain and the mind, and how reality works to actually give yourself some time to recover from taking too much drug and being too much drug exposed. This is not how we actually have to try to actually be better as human beings, because it makes has not and will never make sense. It's just stop to save your life, and actually all the science that backs these facts down, and actually who is actually trying to do this for over yourself, nothing and no one else but yourself, and then you can outgrow yourself and share this with others. Not what actually is just maybe it's a sort of possible conclusion of why it might be a logically presentable and unwittingly, mindedly argument of the ratiocinalality of what actually has not been and will not be, ever have been, or will be, or still will continue to be stuff that is not true, has not been true, and will not be true. Why? Because trying to actually prove someone wrong with wrong and more facts that you are worthless, untrustworthy, that your word doesn't not useful at all, but most importantly that just the world itself, not the mind and the body, because it's important. Your car, where you are, where your leg is, where your mind is, where your brain is, where your plane is, where your see where you can fly, because it's still not the machine itself. It's just your brain that can get here and there just any sort of of stuff out of it, but because actually uh, creating things that are not there will make any sort of meeting wise or alcoholic or addict or recovery or person of society over the world, that any disbelievance of actually actual things is actually lying to yourself. And while you're lying to yourself, you will always try not to go on or to say this to another person or another human being. But it'll become really easy for you to identify at first hand at sight what is a lie, what is uh, not being confident, or actually being too much of a liar. And you'll get to go on no more with none of that, and actually start doing things that are fun for all of you of have been in any sense, which is meetings, chair, bed, house, money, travel, plane, cars, body, mind, all the science, the AA, the fellowship, DNA, the steps, the traditions, what actually goes on, where to look, where not to look, where you are here in this, where you can have fun, where you can mimic, play, portray, actually have fun with, but not actually all the time spent in recovery, actually not horsing around. You see, nothing more or have to say, but what actually is happening to you. But a plane is a sort of engineering of the mind and body. No, it's just what actually is happening with yourself, not making planes useless. No, it's awesome to fly, but you don't have to be the pilot. You have a brain, and you have every sort of person you have been trying to do here and say this for of yourself. You always will have a mind of your own, body of your own, and a brain of your own. So if you want to play soccer, play with a ball. Now you see where you are with your father, with your mother, where you don't have to look at your face, where you're actually being lied to, where your rights are, where your block is, where your right is, where your guard is, and all of here where actually is actually going on. Not but of the meticulously deceivingly truth word of words, but actually it's easy to say the truth and to really present yourself as a reality member of almost done anonymous. No, it's just facts, see, that let you actually it will be easier to actually not go on with stuff that are not there, are not real, and you can actually have fun with. But because the world itself is just trying to tell you here and there that there is persons in this world who do not take drugs, do not lie, do not have to act cool, do not deceive, do not have actually to try to, but are actually here just growing, sharing, and being loving and caring, you know. So for every person in the world that has tried to outlive this, there will be another person that has stopped, and you can gather information, buy, rent literature, go to meetings, get out and grow, learn, travel, and get to spend time with person you like and are fun to. But there is actually, see, it just it's beautiful, right? And to say the least, this is just how it goes. If you actually still want to do stuff that are useless, painful, uh, and well, there is actually clinics, clinician hospitals, not ambulatory fellowships that will actually help you save your life, and where you can have a lot of fun with. See, so for all, thank you very much.